What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bloodborne, and I'm going to be going over another piece of information for update 24 beta for the Veils of Anduin. So we have a couple new things that are coming out with this. One that I am particularly excited about is the update to the Instance Finder. Now, before you get too excited, this is not a cross-server thing. This isn't going to be something super crazy. All right, I think it's still a very important one that I will encourage anybody who is doing dungeons or raids to please use this. If you are doing pickup groups, pugs, anything like that, if you're doing those things, if you're looking for more people outside of your kinship or your friends group, please use this tool, and you'll see why in just a minute. I think so. All right, so one thing to note is that the key mapping for the Instance Finder has changed. So normally where it would be Shift F, unless you've changed it, right now it is Control J, and there's a reason for that. But we're just going to open it up out of our toolbar here for a second. Now, what we got here looks a little different, a little same. The left side here is actually a direct port over from the specific Instance Finder that you're used to. You can still search for any of the instances, epic battles, skirmishes that you're accustomed to, and launch it right from there. So that part stays the same. The featured instance is found from here and all that good stuff. Now, there's this whole section to the right here. This is new, and this is the bread and butter, and this is why I think this is really cool. All right. So, most of my kin's not on right now. I want to run some stuff to gear out my champion. And actually, I just see somebody threw in an instance right there right now. So looking to do the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, Throne of the Dread Terror. And they just took it out of there. Okay. So, I want to do Glimmer Deep on tier 3, level 120. And you know what? Right now, since I'm on my champion, I really want to run that with a Guardian and a Minstrel. We'll go ahead and create that. Okay. Now, we did some testing with this the other night. If you don't fit that criteria, you can't ask to join. I mean, you could still send the person a tell and ask them if they can take you. But if you don't meet the general criteria, you wouldn't be able to hit this join button down here. So people can join. They'll actually see a listing happen over here. And I don't have somebody in here right now to do this with, but you'll see their class icon appear. You'll see the name, and you can right click on them, and you can send them a tell. You can inspect them, and you can invite them to the group. And you can actually toggle a mark. So what that means is that you have the ability, so if you have a queue of a lot of people that are doing it and you haven't invited people yet, you can actually, it puts a green check mark on their icon that, yes, I want that person, but you're going through and you want to check out some other people before you would do that, before you invite them potentially. Okay. And then so we can remove that in the same way. You can add up to 5 instances into this queue of things that you're looking for. So if you're looking for Glimmer Deep and Thikilgundu, and you throw a couple raids in there or something like that, just a bunch of different stuff that you want to do, everybody can see those, and this list will generate 100 entries. It'll display 100 entries, which is really cool. So if you're on a populated server and there's just a long list of things here to do, you can browse through it and see what criteria you fit into. And, if you're looking for something very specific and someone happens to be running it, you do the join, they potentially invite you, all good. There are a couple small bugs with this right now. So if I add in, we'll just add in a couple of these guys right now. And then you're going to show my instances. So you can see the ones I've queued up here. If I click on that one and remove it, it doesn't just go back to mine. I have to go back to it. And even clicking on some of them, You have to go back, and then it actually pulls this queue up over here. I'm not sure what the other end looks like for the people that would be requesting, but if you're trying to remove them, you have to click on it, remove it, go back to my instances, remove it. The other part that I noticed is even if you fill your group and you launch the instance and everybody queues in, that instance finder reference still stays active, so you still have to go move that out of there. I would like to see that be if you, one of two things: either once you fill the group and zone in, that it removes itself, or when you complete the dungeon, it removes itself. We did a school run the other day, and it did not remove itself after those, so I don't know if that is working as intended right now or a bug, but that is how that is working. So again, this is why I would encourage people, if you are looking for dungeons, rather than putting in and looking for fellowship, really start to encourage people to use this tool, because this is a lot different than the instance finder of old, where you would just hit, you know, basically the random one. This is a specific search, which is nice. And you can see very specific details. You can ask for very specific details. Now, one thing that might be nice on here is if we could see an additional like spec on here, or if we could say we're looking for, you know, I want a minstrel, but I want a healer, not a DPS, or, you know, I want a yellow spec lore master. Like, if you could get a little bit more detail, but that's fine too. Like, this is already an improvement in my mind, and I think will actually enhance the grouping on the servers, being able to simply search for what you want to do, and more clearly ask for it too, because some people use different terminology for things, and that may not click or resonate with certain people, so they don't know what you mean. This is very clear cut. You know, you just see all classes available, level range. Okay, I'll go do that. And it shows the level and the tier and all that good stuff. So like I said, I think this tool is going to be really helpful. I'm not sure if this is the final iteration, and even if it is, I still think it's a pretty fantastic update to the instance finder. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And like I said, if you have an opportunity to get on to Bullroar and test these things out, please do so. And please hop over to the forums and provide feedback for the devs, so that they can continue to make a better game for us. All right, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Later.